What up, y'all? Welcome to the Frame and Rhyme podcast, brought to you by Alpha House and To The Top Music Management. I am your host, Cameron. King me right now, kill me right never. And we got the one, the only James Patrick in this motherfucker. How you doing?
What's going on, y'all?
Oh, man, like, today's a blessed day, man. Like, how you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling grateful to be here.
Definitely, man. Definitely great to have you, know what I'm saying? All right, so got to start on a good note. For one, I meant to actually, congratulate you on this way earlier. You and Angie Patterson, you got the Music Hustlers Award for the rest of my life. That's single, what I'm saying? So,
Oh, wow.
big congratulations to you on that, man.
Shout out Angie, man. She's a phenomenal artist.
Yeah, how'd that collab come along, man?
Well, it's crazy because we go way back.
Okay.
Actually, I would say about 8 years ago.
Okay.
I was living in Prescott. I moved out from New York like 12 years ago.
Okay.
I met her because I was dating one girl and she was her friend. And we ended up becoming better friends than me and the other girl. She ended up that didn't work out. And then we just did music together, right?
Yeah.
Because she kind of brought it out of me. She's like, you got to keep doing music. You know, you love it. You used to rap, but try to sing, She kind of got me to the point where I started singing. And she ended up moving to Phoenix. We split ties, and all of a sudden we bumped into each other. Must have been a couple of years ago.
That's
maybe at a little Cava Tea bar. And I'm like, Angie? She's like, yeah, what are you doing with your life? And then she's like, we got to do a song together, and that's before I actually went into the studio, seriously. I'm like, I'll do it with you. And it just worked out. And I was in the shower one day, and that beat came on, because I've been listening to beats just in the shower. Something hit me.
Hell yeah.
I'll be, oh, that's it right there. I'll start singing to it. I'll start getting a hook out of it. And that just came out the rest of my life. So
Hell yeah.
I wrote the whole song. I'm like, this needs a woman on it. It needs to be like a duet.
Yeah.
And Angie just kills it, man. She's probably one of the most powerful female vocalists in Arizona.
That's dope, know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Angie, know what I'm saying? And I definitely say that because, for one, what you're doing in music right now is absolutely amazing, know what I'm saying? For one, with your style, it's a country vibe, but you got hip-hop percussion, know what I'm saying? I hear you, basically singing and rapping, and the duality of it all, is absolutely fucking fire, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
Hell yeah.
I didn't really know where it was going to go, because, I'm just trying to be whatever I'm going to be, you know what I mean? It's just throw it out there, see if they like it.
It's all out dente, seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? So, were you more hip-hop vibe growing up or country vibe?
Growing up was definitely hip-hop.
Okay.
I grew up in New York, so it was Jadakiss, 50 Cent, Eminem.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty really good lyricists, and I learned how to freestyle rap.
That's
and then
cool.
I started to get better and better, and my friend had a little studio in his house that his dad built for him. And then we go there all the time, get high and fucking,
It's like that.
Just make some terrible songs. But it got to a point where I started to make money, beating people at parties and this and that and the other, right? And I'm like, wow, I'm getting good at this. I want to be a famous rapper,
Definitely. Okay.
And that life happened. And I was 19, I think I was 17 at the time, kicked out the house, living on the streets, had to find my way. And then I was like, music's not making me money right now. I got to go figure it out. Ended up out here. And then just stopped everything.
It gets like that, life happens, sometimes you just had that trade-off, know what I'm saying? But you back in and you in full effect with it, because last time I seen you, it was for the AZ Hip Hop Fest 11,
Yep.
You came in, you killed that shit.
Appreciate it.
Definitely that. You've been filming
It was a lot of fun, man.
Oh, hell yeah.
It was well put together. It was my first time ever doing anything like that.
Yeah.
It was probably my second big performance, actually.
Man.
The first one was the Heat Advisory.
Oh, shit.
And they kind of put me on the map. I'm not sure if you've heard of them. The Heat Advisory, they're a group of guys. They have their own show.
Okay. Hell yeah.
And that kind of put me, they're like, hey, we have 20 artists, the best in Arizona. We had selected. We did auditions for 6 months. We had a dropout. We heard your name.
Yeah.
This is only about a month after I started doing music.
Okay.
In the studio. And I'm like, how'd you hear about me? They're like, we got, this person, that person, whatever. We're like, send us a song. If it's good, we'll get you in. I'm like, okay, what could this be? I was like, do I have to pay money? They're like, no, you're good. Just send us a song.
Yeah.
All right, you're in. I ended up winning that.
Oh, man.
I ended up winning. That was my first performance in front of a crowd. It was packed. It was probably 500 people.
That's insane.
In the bar. I was nervous. I looked at my girl and I'm shaking, I'm like, ah. She's like, I knew you were nervous. When my song comes on, it's just I just feel it. Oh, here we go. Let's go get it. So that the confidence, that's the toughest part about it all, is getting in front of people and having confidence to actually get out there and really execute it, you know?
Oh, hell yeah.
Your head's always spinning, and you're like, man. But it's now getting to that point where I'm starting feeling comfortable.
That's good, you know what I'm saying? For real. So, like, what made you, like, was that the thing that initially got you through the self-doubt?
Pretty much, show? Yeah, that was it, yeah. I mean, I didn't really plan on going to the studio. My friend Jordan, was one of my best friends. He's like, I haven't seen him in a while. He's like, you play guitar? I'm like, not really. Like, I just have one to mess around with.
Yeah.
He's like, well, play me something. So I played him one of my songs I wrote for my pops who had passed away, and he had lost his mom recently, right? And so it just hit him, and he just was like, dude, that's one of the best songs I ever heard. He's like, please record that for me to listen to in my car.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I have to now, you know? Like, I would love to do that because I've never been to a real studio.
Yeah.
And I went, and we met up with Andre. Andre's dope, man. He was like my beginning into the music stuff. He helped me a lot in the sense of like encouraged me to come back. He's like, bro, if this is your first time ever at a studio, you have to come back. I'm like, something clicked in my head. It was like I just got that, like, it's almost like an addiction too.
Yup.
You know, you go to the studio, you're like, oh, I just get so excited about going now. You know, it's like, I got a little carried away with that. I probably went, man, I was going like 4 times a week for like the last like 3 months. I was just like steady in here.
Yeah.
I'd have Carter meet me in here to shoot reels, you know, like where would you get a little time in between? My girl's going everywhere with me. I mean, like, it's been like a rock star lifestyle. And now we're sitting on about like 30 unreleased songs.
That's insane. I'm saying, like, building that vault up.
In like 6 months, yeah. We have about 8 out right now and 30 in the chamber.
Oh, man. I want to hear all of them.
Man, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, I might just play all of them.
Hell yeah, man. Okay, like another thing I'm saying, because for one, AZ's music scene, you know, a lot of people don't know about it, but it's amazing talent, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and not just the talent that's already like born and raised here, like you being from New York, you came out here, you know, from the East Coast, and you brought the energy that you had, you know what I'm saying, and it served you well.
Thank you, man.
Like it's absolutely served you well, you know what I'm saying? So like my question to you is, I'm saying, like, is this like because, you know, you got the support system that actually like pushed you towards it? How far are you willing to take this?
However far God wants me to take it. You know what I mean? Because I'm very connected with my God. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. So like there's roadmaps in life, and I feel like He shows me the right signs. You know, I had an opportunity to go on tour with a pretty big name.
Yeah.
And I said yes, I would do it, and then I took a step back and prayed about it, looked at everything from like a responsible angle, because like before I did any of this stuff, and I still currently do, I own an air conditioning and plumbing company.
Okay.
Called Arcadia Air, and it's like I started with 1 truck 2 years ago. Now we have 10 trucks, 12 employees.
Nice.
It's very successful, and it's growing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I got 2 little girls. I got a 2 and a 6-year-old. And so that right there was like, man, the amount of money invested into that and leaving that, and then it's short notice. Even with my relationship, it's like, man, I got to think about that. That's a big commitment.
Oh yeah.
Going on the road for 30 days. Like if I'm going on the road, I better be making some money.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm waiting. I need to get my stuff out there and let it sit, market, just get people hyped up about it, and then when they want the tour, I'll go out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because like, look,
I'm gonna go.
For one, you got a presence no matter where you go, you know what I'm saying? Like, for one, not just in the interviews, but like on stage, and that's great. And like you just said, you know what I'm saying? Like, God lays that roadmap out for you. Like, and I hear that in your music, you know, I hear it a lot in your music. Yeah. So like, has there ever been any times where like, you know, God's pulled you out of some dark places?
Oh man. Couldn't tell you how many times.
Man.
So I would say that's been the only thing that could pull me out of them dark places when I can't see. And, you know, I'm not the one driving the ship no more. You know what I mean? Because I suffer from, like, some serious, like, I would say, demons in my past. You know what I mean? And, you know, alcohol, drugs, whatever I could to get away from the feeling of what I had inside. That was my escape, right? And so I realized through all of it was a lack of spiritual growth. You know what I mean? So I was really relying a lot on the outside things to make me feel like I'm something, rather than like the spiritual things within me that I needed to build on to actually be that man. You know what I mean? And a part of me, like, not doing music for that long was like, the reason I came out into Arizona was because I went to rehab.
Okay.
You know, back in 2011. Just got out of high school, homeless for a while, and I was like, you know what? I got nowhere else to go. My friend was out here, and I was on the streets. He's like, "Hey, come out, move out here. There's a place that'll take you." You know, like you got.
Okay.
You know, I moved out here with $20 in a suitcase.
Man, that is insane. But like, look at you now though. From like you coming out here with basically practically nothing, like just the closer you had a suitcase and $20, and now look, you got your own business and everything, a successful one. Then you got a music career, and it's blowing up. You know what I'm saying? Slowly but surely, it's blowing up.
Right. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I don't see it. I'm like, well, the Instagram is doing really well, but like, I really started noticing it when I started going to these little events, and people are like, "Can I take a picture with you?" And I'm like, whoa, okay, it's happening.
That's what I'm saying. That, and I mean, I had no idea that you were from New York because you, with the get up and everything, you know what I'm saying, the hat and the boots, which dope as fuck. Like, love them damn boots, man. Like, yeah, show them to me.
Out here. Y'all see me at the Natty Ice Show, just kicking motherfuckers like this.
Right?
I got the kicks, man. I'm like the country Chuck Norris.
Oh, yeah, man. Like, for real. Like, you weren't dressing like that on the East Coast, though. Were you?
I was swagged out in like a different way. This is what I became to be. You know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah.
Life has been a revolving door of different phases in my life, and it's like I really found myself when I came out here and started becoming a father, listening to country music, and then I really started off like I haven't even released any of my. I would say I have 15 songs that I finished before I released my first one. Those first 15 are real like more rock and roll country.
Yeah. Even
some heavy rock shit. And then as I migrated forward, I started releasing some of that stuff, and then I started doing features with Richie, Richie Sticks is a phenomenal rapper here. He came from Oakland down to here, man. He's like, I was touring this place.
Yeah.
And he was in the studio next door, and we walk in the door, he's like, "Man, you're dripped out, man. You got a cowboy hat, the grill, the boots." It's like, I can do that. And I'm like, let's go. Let's do a song and then go hit the Cal Ranch and go get some fits.
Hell yeah!
And that's what we did, you know. And like,
great.
We made a friendship, you know. And he's been very supportive, and he's actually given me a lot of advice because he's been in the game for a long time. He's like,
yeah,
hey, you can't just be out there saying to do features with everybody. You got to start charging people. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'd have like 1 million features by now if that was the case. So
true.
Currently, I only have a feature with Richie and like maybe one other guy, and I pick and choose very selectively, but. He's been able to give me a lot of different advice to help me navigate the waters, and it's been super great. And he's actually pushed me past my boundaries.
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Let's try something different today." I'm like, "All right." He's like, "No, don't use that regular voice. I know you could sing like with some vibrato." I'm like, "To make me pull it out the holster." What? And I was like, "Okay, let's do it." And I'll probably play that one because I just let that little bit out, but. That song, we have some real hip hoppy, bouncy, smooth, like you wouldn't even notice it's me type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna show people what I got in the sense of like, versatility over the next like 3 or 4 months, and I think I'm gonna drop something like an EP or an album of just straight acoustic and instruments. Me playing. Don't know what the name of it is yet. I know the songs. They have like 4 or 5 of them already done. I really want to figure out where I really fit in it, because I enjoy doing it all. I have a lot of fun doing the hip hop stuff, but at the same time, I think music is beautiful. All of it, like it don't matter what it is. If it's good and you bounce to it and you can get a feeling and emotion out of it.
Oh hell yeah!
I feel like if you like it, you like it. If you don't, fuck off.
Exactly. You know, like, hey, good dope sell itself. You know, usually, and everything and everything just ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But for what you're dropping. A lot of people are tapping in, man. A lot of people, you know what I'm saying? And like I said earlier, country music, you know, in hip-hop has just surged recently. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I was like I put everybody on. It started because of me.
Right? I bet. But still, like...
I'm like, damn, I was already like, gonna be the first one everybody's trying to hop on board. It's like... And I wasn't really even like going all... Like, you wouldn't even think I'm doing any rap until like recently I like started throwing a little bit in there. You know what I mean? And then like... little R&B and like a little bit of, you know, but I can't really do the heavy country stuff with like the twang because I don't really have a big old twang on me. You know what I mean? I can't be like, I got to be authentic at the same time.
Oh yeah.
But it's some of the reason I fell in love with country music is because like it's family, love, heartbreak, all like the natural things in life, and like God. You know what I mean? They talk a lot about God, a lot about faith, and I just like, man, that really hit me. You know, and I would drive around in my air conditioning truck when I work for somebody, just singing the songs. And I put the karaoke version on. I would sing the karaoke song. And I'd be like, I'm in there having a party all day long for like 8 hours in the truck, just driving. And then I started getting pretty good singing. I'm like, wow, maybe I should get a guitar and start trying myself. And then that just led into one thing after another. And I'll tell you this, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I wasn't as good as I am now when I first started. It took practice, you know what I mean? And I just like kept doing it. And as I from when I started to where I'm at now, it just developed and got more comfortable. And now I feel like I'm almost warmed up to really be at my full potential.
Oh yeah, you're definitely in your bag right now from what I can see. Like, so even while you were developing, like if you were going even as hard back then while you were still developing, do you think you see the same impact that you have now?
Back when I was rapping?
Back when you were rapping, yeah.
Hell no. I wasn't ready for it, man. It wasn't my time.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't mentally, emotionally, physically grown up enough to even handle any kind of publicity. It would have went the wrong way. No. So like if there's a type of ego, you can take it in, respect it, take it, and put it where it needs to go, or you can rise to the top and like think you're something that you're not, and then that bubble will pop.
Oh yeah.
You know, when them highs are highs, them lows are lows, them lows will get me.
Oh,
So I'm just trying to stay in an even keel, man. Build my team, because like you don't get successful or get anywhere by yourself. I'll tell you that much.
You sure don't.
And that's why I got guys like D Carter here. He's my video guy. I mean, I have such a good crew of people that have just manifested. You know, and a lot of them have just reached out to me. Hey, he actually got me to work with him because he sent me a reel at the hip hop festival. I'm like, who got this reel before anybody? Like, no one's got footage of me. I hired a guy to do it. He got it to me before him, and I'm like, man, I got to work with this guy.
Got to.
That's the best sales pitch I ever seen.
I'm saying, like,
straight fire films, man. He makes me look good, man. It's like, whoo.
He that guy behind the camera. I keep telling you, Carter.
Somebody inbox his ass. He got deals going on all week.
For real, Lyrical Lemonade don't stand a chance.
James Patrick promo code. Just put that in when you type it in. 10%. All
right. Got to like lock in, man. But like, yo, like you're for one. I love your personality. You know what I'm saying? For one, you're so easygoing. I'm saying you're easy as hell to talk to. You know, like, were you always this like easygoing? Because you came and you said that like, you know, you had rough past and everything. You've been through some shit. And I'm saying, were you always this like open and chill?
Yeah. I've always been chill. Any of the shit that I've ever been through is because of my own self. I've always put myself in these holes. You know what I mean? Because I don't think. Here's the thing: like, none of my success started until I stopped telling myself I can't do it. It was always I probably shouldn't do that. I probably shouldn't take that. I probably shouldn't take that job. I'm gonna fail at that anyway. I'm not good enough. I'm not big enough to play football. I'm not strong enough. I'm not this. And it would always like be in my head spinning. Right.
Yeah.
Eventually, at some point in my life, I think. I started going to the gym. I started eating right. I started like doing therapy. I started like really starting to figure out like, all right, who I am. And it clicked. And I was like, man, once I stopped that, it was like everything was just laid in front of me. Like they were just laying bricks of gold in front of me. I just kept walking. And then like, boom, like cleared my first 6 figures and boom, like was the highest paid employee at the company. And then boom, started my own fucking company. And then all of a sudden now like, they're like, hey, why don't you fuck around music? And like, boom, like that's doing well. Like everything's like going really well, you know? And as long as like, I remain grateful, humble, and keep my eyes on like my family and like what's most important.
Oh yeah,
and keep this as like a side hustle until it becomes a real hustle.
Mm-hmm.
And be level, man. I think it's all going to go great. And you know, for some reason, if it doesn't go anywhere other than where we're at today, I'm happy as hell because guess what? It's there forever. My kids are something to listen to, and like from what we're going so far, I feel like it's going to go further. But I'm grateful that we even made it this far. I mean, it's surreal. Even the first time I came in here 4 months ago to have the interview, I'm like, I just had an interview. Like, this is crazy, you know? And like, everyone's like, oh, my team, my girl, my buddy's like, oh, my God.
Heck yeah, man.
This is getting serious, you know?
Definitely, man.
But it's a lot of fun. At the end of the day, it's all about having fun, you know? And I can tell you this, when I was going to the studio 4 times a week, it started not to become fun. I've been walking in here like, here we go, like nothing written. You know what I mean? Just freestyling, you know?
Yeah.
Things come out good, but you take twice as long. You know, and I started to realize, like, man, I gotta be smarter. Like, I gotta treat this like a business too, not just a game.
That's a bar. That's a gem.
And so then I started really thinking, like, okay, how can I make money doing this? And so then I started getting booked for some shows, and now I got like an outdoor. I got a sponsor. Shout out to the Diamond Tequila Company, man. Diamante Tequila, they're fire, man.
Big shout out to y'all.
A couple of weeks we'll be out at Westgate. Come check us out. I'll be performing live out there with a band, and we got free shots. Come on in the section. Mention James Patrick. Any Friday at Bodega, pop in there.
Oh yeah,
get some liquor, pop a seat at the table. I'm normally there chilling with them, so it's been cool. A lot of doors have opened up, man.
That's good, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you talk a lot about, like, your family and everything, and honestly, like, I feel like that's been some of the greatest support in addition to the friends that you've made along the way, you know what I'm saying? So, like, what is it that you want to leave, you know, what message do you want to leave in your music? Not, you know, specifically talking about to the fans that listen to your music, but to your family, to your daughters specifically.
I would say, I actually have a song I wrote for my daughter. I have a couple of them like that are like waiting for the right time to come out.
Okay.
But I would say like the biggest message would be like for my kids specifically, like go be a rock star. That whatever it may be you're doing.
Oh yeah.
You know, like my dad always told me, like if you had a job, be the best dishwasher.
Oh yeah.
Be the best fucker that cleans the toilet. You know what I mean? Clean that toilet the best you can. Because if you keep doing everything to the best of your ability, you're gonna keep leveling up.
Oh yeah.
You know, so it's kind of like. She's like, "Do you have a new song today, Daddy?" You know, she wants me to play her a song, and she really like was sad that I told her I might go on tour, you know, and like I'm working on that, you know, like hey, when I leave, but I think my biggest thing to leave behind was like chase your dreams.
That's beautiful,
and something that like my songs there's all different levels to the ones that are waiting. There's a lot of emotion. There's all different types of just when you go through 30 plus songs in a short period of time, you're like. You just run out of shit to talk about. But, like, I've been through enough stuff where, like, I've been able to, like, store that here and, like, remember I get right back into the feelings. I'm not going to lie. Even one song, God's Angel, haven't came out yet. Like, even my girl was with me here, Max, she came into the booth, like, when I started with the song, she knew I was getting emotional. You know what I mean? Because I'll get right down and I'll cry. You know, I'm not even going to lie. But, like, bringing myself back into those places allows that raw authenticity to come through.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I leave that place. Maybe I might leave a little fucked up, but at the end of the day, I just recovered.
Oh, yeah.
I just let a piece of that go, and I'm not carrying on to that weight no more. A lot of it's been therapy, especially my first songs, because they were just like all hard pain, just like, you know, people are like, you gonna make a happy song soon? I'm like, you're probably right. Like, I'm getting all the shit out first, you know what I mean?
Oh, you got
Skeleton's got to come out of the closet.
Hell yeah.
And I feel so much better and more free. You know, it's like the best form of therapy.
Definitely. I agree, you know what I'm saying, for real, because I enjoy your music, like, a lot, bro. Like, you touch people through your music, you know what I'm saying? And I was watching your music video, Father's Sin, and I got to say, like, love the song, love the visual and everything, but one of the most iconic things that I've seen you do, you know what I'm saying, when that girl's about to, like, swallow that handful of pills and you put your hand on top of hers and just stared at her, that hit me. Like, was there ever a time where, like, you know, you were that person and you thought about ending it all, you know what I'm saying, and then God pulled you out of that?
100%. That's what that was about, actually. Every scene in that one, besides the domestic violence one, I've never been beat up or I've never hit a woman. You know,
that's good.
Knock on wood. Just kidding, man. She'd probably beat me up anyway. Anyway,
oh, man.
I've been in those situations, those dark times, right?
Yeah.
There's always been somebody, something, some sign, something that just, like, hit me in the middle of those situations where it just, like, snapped me out of it. For that 1 second. And it may be, like, 1 second where I just snap out of it. And for that 1 second, if I catch a thought to do an action, I do it and I change. You know what I mean? Sometimes it just takes one person just to reach out and be like, hey, are you good? You know, or pick them up. You want something to drink? You know, are you thirsty? Whatever it may be. Buy somebody a pack of cigarettes that's on the ground, like begging for one. You know, just change people's day by doing that. Like, how many people do you know that are gonna even hold the door for you anymore? You know, today's society, people are kind of like just like all care about themselves and their tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You know, but the biggest part of like what I try to do, and that has made me a happier individual, is like just giving back to others and not expecting anything else.
That's human.
Now I can count up $100,000 people that owe me money, but it doesn't matter. When you give it freely and not expecting it back. Yeah. You know, or you build like a level for resentment to come on, and then you lose people, you lose friends. You know, it's almost like I'd rather help somebody out to see where they end up, and like if they pay it forward, and if they're grateful, and like actually like reciprocate to keep doing it to others, and start that kind of like. Remember when you buy some shit from Starbucks, like I'll pay for the lady behind me. Yeah. You go up there, you're like, oh, I'll pay for the lady behind me. All right, 70-40. Nope. Well, going like. No, but today I'd pay it. Before I couldn't. We out here.
That's insane.
Just like that. Start the train. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot to say about about the little things in life that are looked over. And I feel like really living a good life is like starting to realize those little things and being grateful for them, you know, and that's why I believe that I've been able to recover from where I've been at.
That's beautiful, man. Like, honestly, like, you as an artist and even as a businessman and everything yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you make a damn good motivational speaker, bro. I feel like your story would change a million lives, a billion lives, bro. Like, would you ever, like, you know, pivot music into something like, you know, on that line?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's definitely an album for that coming. Like something about, like, you know, overcoming or like all stages of it. The highs, the lows, the feelings, the pain, the demons, the angels, the this. It's like there's something mixing in that already. And I think that, I mean, the biggest thing for me is like AANA, the programs, you know, that people go to get help.
Yeah.
I've been in there. I've been a sponsor to people, you know, help people get through the steps and like be sober and like help them get to that next level of like seeing the full picture. You know what I mean? And like that stuff reminds you, like, man, I used to look like that guy when I came in. Like, it makes me want to like stay sober and keep coming back. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
And you know, and there's situations, there's times where you get weak, there's times where you like you feel like you're gonna break or like you may relapse or whatever may happen. But as long as you got that support group around you to hold you accountable and like be there for you, that's the main thing, man. When you feel alone, you just want to hide away from everybody and just do your own thing. But like when you got enough people in your life that care, then I can say today I have that group of people that like, if they don't hear from me, they're gonna call me or come over to the house. Like, what's going on with you, man? You know what I mean? So like, you know, that's a lot with life. Is like it's about the people you're with. Life is about living. If you're living alone with whatever the fuck you got, because you're always right all the time, how the hell are you gonna grow?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You never want to be the biggest fish in the pond. I'd rather be the smallest and learn from everybody. That's kind of how I come in. I was like, man, I told everybody when I first started every show, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I can hold the mic right, but like, if you gotta tell me anything, any suggestions, like, feel free, you know. And I've been able to get some real good feedback from people.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely like, you know, and that's another thing, like, you know, because you got those artists that feel like, yeah, they know everything. They think they're already perfect and everything, you know, like, so they take constructive criticism the wrong way. Really, their people are just there to help them. They don't mean any wrong by it. So, I mean, like, was there ever any point where, like, you just did not take constructive criticism well at all?
Hell yeah. Of course, when I was playing sports, I was always fucking right. I was faster, better than everybody else, this, that, the other, right? When I had my ego, when I was younger, right? When I was in that phase of my life where I haven't really been broken yet. Okay. You know what I mean? I feel like you got to be broken to really get to that point where you realize maybe I'm not always right. Maybe I'm not always invincible.
Yeah.
Maybe I've been doing it my way for however long and I'm still here. Maybe if I start taking suggestions from people that they've been giving me, I might get to that next step. And it may be a half step, but it's a fucking progress. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, you got to celebrate the little wins.
Like the little wins, like the little wins mean just as much as the big wins, man. In my opinion, exactly. That like it's all going to build up. You know what I'm saying? So like just like your music, your catalog, you know what I'm saying, and your fan base, it's all gonna build up, and I see it like it's gonna avalanche on everybody, and I'm glad I'm gonna be front row to actually see it, man. Like to be able to interview you right now, even at this stage, I'm gonna be ecstatic after you blow up, go gold, platinum, and everything. And I'm calling you like, hey, I need you in for another interview, man.
100%.
Definitely.
Never forget, man. I'll probably still be recording right here. As long as if I don't sign to a label and they like not telling where to be, I'm gonna be right here. And I'll tell you the best. Man, this studio, let's just talk about this place real quick.
Oh,
this is where I record. I record a lot of hits in a lot of these different places. I mean, hits in my brain that I know are like there.
Yeah.
That are about to hit. But like the amount of quality and patience and these guys, I just can't even say enough good shit about them, man. You got Brian Felix.
Oh, definitely.
I work with Brian exclusively. I have a weekly thing. I'm always with him. Same thing with Felix. And I've been able to develop myself and learn how to sing along with plugins and along with like how far away from the mic I need to be. Like they were like, hey, try this.
Oh yeah.
And they kind of like give me that producing, that gangster, the producing, like, hey, try this. I know you can do it. And I'm like, all right, I'll try it. And I hit it. And it's like, oh wow, now I know what I can do, right?
Oh yeah.
They help develop me, and like now I'm going in. I'm like, all right, I hear what needs to go there next. You know, oh hey, in that little spot we're gonna put this. Or hey, you know, that we're gonna dub this twice and put a low here, a high here. And like a lot of my songs you'll hear, there's like a lot of voices going on. There's it is multi-level. And the quality comes out, man. People are like, man, where'd you get this mastered at? I'm like, this is a rough draft. We just cut it out from, so big shout out, to Handcraft Studios, Brian and Felix, man.
Hell yeah. Definitely, man.
Definitely get yourself a session. Don't book it on Friday or Tuesday because those are my days.
Hell yeah, man. Well, hey, it's been an absolute honor, you know what I'm saying? And I'm blessed that, God put us both in this same room.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. And all of y'all watching, this has been an experience. And he's dropped a lot of gems, you know what I'm saying? And Frame of Rhyme, it's absolutely honored to have had this man and for y'all to be able to, watch him and everything. So all of y'all, tap in with James Patrick, you know what I'm saying? Please tap in, you know what I'm saying? Keep God first. It's Frame of Rhyme.